Okay, so I got this gig and I thought, okay, achievement improvement zones, it was language that I wasn't familiar with. So it's always important to think about achievement improvement zones. I've heard a lot of things within the department, but I hadn't come across this language, although I had worked with Professor David Hopkins before. And I think that we've been quite privileged to have his input at a theory level to give us the impetus for some frameworks for the work that we're engaged in. So I thought, well, what better way than to begin with a definition? So achievement, something accomplished by superior ability. We might come back to that. Special effort and great courage. And I believe that you do need a great amount of courage. As a teacher leader, as a school leader, wherever you are within the school system, to take on the issue of challenging contemporary and current practice that doesn't work, where there are organisational structures, policies and procedures and practices that exist within your organisation that fundamentally don't work towards improving outcomes of young people. It takes great moral courage to look across the table and to confront the reality. It does take special effort, discretionary time, after school, before school, weekends, thinking through and planning together. There is no doubt that we ask a lot of our teachers, but people who are committed to improvement have to give more. And it often comes from an emotional reservoir of wanting to make a significant difference. Improvement, a person or thing that represents an advance on another in excellence or achievement, a movement forward for a more desirable condition. And there is no doubt that within the Northern Metropolitan region, because of socioeconomic disadvantage, students come to school with many multi-factor issues that impact upon their availability for learning. And within the Northern Metropolitan region, there are issues of very poor student outcomes that need to be attended to, and that's why you're here, because you're committed as professionals to that. So we need a more valuable or desirable condition, a condition within schools that supports student learning, that promotes their well-being, that creates professional communities of inquiry amongst teachers, and zones, a section or an area or territory established for a specific purpose, distinguished from adjacent parts by a distinctive feature or characteristic. So there should be distinctive features within the schools within this group, a zone that is marked by improving achievement. So I'd like you to talk to the person alongside you to think about what those characteristics, a couple, two, but characteristics that might distinguish an achievement improvement zone school from perhaps neighbouring schools, and how you would measure whether it's actually delivering on that definition. Thank you. Talk to your neighbour. So what might be a couple of distinguishing characteristics that you think should appear within an achievement improvement zone school? Anyone?
Common practices.
Common practices.
Clarity of purpose.
Clarity of purpose.
Same focus.
Similar focus, alignment, yep. Other things? Acting and reflecting. Sorry? Coaching and reflecting, yes. Yep. Action research, yeah. A community of inquiry. Is this working? Does this practice make a difference in improving student achievement? Any other characteristics?
Consistency between classrooms.
Reducing the variability between classrooms, yep.
A common understanding.
A common understanding, which is that alignment, that common vision, yeah.
Collaboration.
Yeah, collaboration. It's kind of an abundance mentality, that there's enough to go around. I don't have to keep it to myself and compete. And there are a lot of people in the world that have a scarcity mentality. There's not enough love to go around, there's not enough goodness to go around, resources to go around. And yet an abundance mentality says that if I have something that will benefit you, I'll share that with you, because I want to promote the common good. Yep. Other things? Anything else? Okay. So there are some of the characteristics, and we might move through some of those this afternoon. How do you know? How do you know whether you're meeting that definition? What sort of measurements might you be looking for?
Your own school measurements.
Yeah.
Tracking within your own school.
Tracking, so you need to be tracking. What are you tracking?
Their literacy, their results.
Yep, literacy and numeracy. Anything else?
Their behaviour.
Sorry? Behaviour. Anyone down the back there? How do you know? Because it's kind of important. We've all gathered together. We're in this distinct entity. We're focused on improving.
The level of conversation.
Conversation, what would it be about?
Learning and teaching.
Learning and teaching. Yep, so you're not going to meetings where there's reports about, who's going to empty the dishwasher and, have you ordered the history books and isn't it a mess, that storeroom? We get to that default position. We've all been in meetings like that. So it's focused around the core. Anything else?
Attendance is a huge issue.
Okay, yeah, you can't learn if you're not present. You've got to be available both socially and emotionally. You have to be connected to the community. You have to be in the situation to actually learn from the teacher, to learn with your peers.
System and statewide data?
Yeah, data. So we've got data sets.